Okay, let's get this model started. So we're wanting to model predominantly with solids here, so we have to make sure that everything's that we generate the solids from is a closed polyline. If I look at this object here, it's made up of multiple portions of lines. This is no use for trying to generate a solid from. So what we need to do is connect these together, and for that we use the pedit command. So I'm going to start with this line and then add whatever can be joined to it onto it. But firstly I'm going to hide the column just to get that out of the way. So I'm going to switch off the layer for the column. Okay, and I'll make the arm. I'm going to create a new layer actually, and I'm going to have arm. Okay, so if it's not 2D then it's 3D. So let's make this green so when it does appear it's green. Okay, so we'll join these objects together. So use the pedit command, and that is PE and return. Pick a line. Better to start with a line than a curve, to be honest. Do you want to turn it? It's asking me in the command prompt, do I want to turn that into a polyline? Answer yes to that. Then we can use the join option. Join, and you can be quite ruthless with this because it will only take what can be joined. So I can grab everything here, even though I know only the outside ones that can be joined. Okay, so that's added 6 segments. Press enter again to stop. So you can see that it's ran around the outside. So the alternative to this is tracing. Okay, but now we're wanting to get into these ones, but we need to have a bridge across here. So just a normal line will do. Okay, and then you can fill it. To extend a polyline, you can fill it. So get the fillet command. The radius is 0, which is fine. And just pick your polyline first. So this is the end of the polyline now. See how it gets joined on. Press enter to bring back the command. Add on the next segments. Press enter in between. Go up to the top here. Okay, and then we've still got a finished a bridge to do across here, but a safest way to do that would be to pedit this again and close it. So PE, return, pick the shape, and then use the close option. Okay, so that's now extrudable. We've got to do the same with these, but these are already appear to be closed shapes, so we shouldn't need to do any of this bridging on the internal triangles. So enter to finish the last pedit. Start that again. Enter to bring back pedit. Pick a line. Do you want to turn it into a polyline? Yes. Press enter. Join, and we grab everything inside now. Enter to finish. Enter to stop the command. Okay, you can see now that is all joined together. Press enter to bring back the command. Pick a line. Enter. We want to join other segments onto that. Grab everything. Enter to finish. Enter to stop the command. So we've got 3 closed shapes now. They are all extrudable. Let's flip the view over. So remember, you hold shift and you hold your middle mouse button, and you can reorientate the screen. And we're going to extrude these vertically by 60 millimeters. So we want to be on the 3D modeling commands. Call those up. Park your command prompt. Okay. Watch out for the dynamic UCS. The F6 key switches that on and off. So F6, dynamic UCS off. Okay. I can then see my extrude command. You can pick all 3 objects at the same time. They're all going to be the same thickness. Press enter. Okay, notice it's gone green. Picks up on the current layer properties. Okay, you can set your direction, or you can overrule this with numerically. Okay, so I'm setting the direction and I want to go 60 in that direction. Okay, everything's all a solid at the moment, so everything's kind of absorbed into itself. So have a quick look, use a shaded option to see what's happening. You can see we're kind of all stuck together. Okay, what we want to do is subtract from the main shape, enter, then pick the two sub-shapes, enter. Get a very clean looking solid. Okay, the curvature here, we've left that, we've extruded the arcs. Okay, now that's, you've got to be aware that when that goes into something like 3D Studio, we have to watch that we don't end up with insufficient segments going around that curve. Okay, so we have to use a fairly high degree setting to make sure it still looks curvy later on. Okay, and what we can do now is move that into position. Okay, so you have to bear in mind half the height has to be taken off the module, because you want this to sit kind of mid break between two pieces of glass. So we're going to move that, M, return, pick the object, return. I've got ortho on, so things are going to go vertically or horizontally. Pick a base point anywhere. You're looking for plus Z appearing next to your cursor, which it is. So you set your direction, and then the distance. As I said, the module is 2000, but we take off half the height of the truss thickness. So that would be 30 millimeters off 2000, 1970. So the height to go up is 1970. Enter. So that should put that directly above us. Okay, let's bring back on the column layer now. So we're going to solidify that, and we'll create ourselves a col layer. Okay, let's give this a color as well. Let's go. Let's not stay with pink because it's pink already. So let's go yellow. Okay. Be nice and clear to see on here as well. So instead of allowing this curve to be extruded as in the previous version, we're going to kind of take control of the curvature here. So I'm going to divide each of these curves. Now, they don't have to be divided by the same amount because they're different sizes. Okay, so we want the segment length to be approximately the same. Okay, so 18 divisions here and 12 divisions here should achieve something like that. So we firstly want to make sure we're on our new col layer, and then divide. div, enter, pick this shape, and we're going to divide that by 18. Enter to bring back the command, pick this shape, we're going to divide that by 12. Maybe 10 would have been better, but that's fine. Okay, we'll check our object snaps now, because we need node as well. Okay, midpoint, not going to be used. Okay, so we'll take that away. So we'll just have endpoint and node. Okay, and now we trace around this carefully with a polyline. So PL, enter. Remember there's a point to pick at the end of the line before the curve starts. So let's get a bit closer so we can see. So endpoint there. Okay, then it's node. And we should be leaving a yellow polyline behind us. So we're picking up on all these nodes. Down here to endpoint again. And then close the shape. Okay, so use the close option, and we've got a good usable extrudable shape, and the overall height of the frontage here is 14,000. So we extrude, pick that new shape and enter, and you can see it's coming up nice and cleanly in the yellow layer, and we want a extrusion height at 14,000. Okay, so it's a big. I think I put in too many zeros there, I think. Don't you? I don't think the height of the building's that big. One too many zeros. So let's undo till we lose that. Notice the way the nodes go bigger. It depends how far away you are from the model, the size of the nodes. So if I regen here, I should have resized those. Try to regen again. Deciding not to. Oh, I've undone too far. I think I've lost my. No, I've still got my polyline. Tell you what, let's go back to a 2D wireframe. Misbehaving. I'll extrude now. And watch the number of zeros this time. 14, 3 zeros. That looks a bit better. Over-egged it last time. Okay. So a lot of this stuff down here has finished its job. REGEN, and the resizes the nodes. If you fix a size for the nodes, if you do PD size, then they don't change their size. So if I say 25, then they will stay 25 millimeters, no matter how far away you are from the model. Okay, we don't need any of this stuff that's down on the ground, so just a little bit of tidying up here. If we take away these objects, then we're in the clear for the next stage.